Dr. Cella here, and it is hard to be a proud man and run the triple option offense. It's very, very hard to be proud. You really have to take on the personality of being somebody extremely humble and extremely aware of the vast limitations of your players. And in such a way that you look at it and you just accept the fact that you're the ultimate underdog. And as soon as you realize you're never going to one-on-one anybody, that's when you start to realize the importance of having a systematic offense where you read your way out to a better life, triple team your way out to a better life, and get the ball so far outside away from the offensive line that you can cancel the defensive line because they just can't make the tackle. Look, tremendous humility is required to be a triple option football coach. It requires tremendous humility. If you have any level of pride, that's a bad thing. There's no sin God hates more than pride. You cannot be proud and run this because you'll be too worldly. And you're going to want to create and innovate because you won't be able to help yourself. That's what happens with pride. Vast humility is going to allow you to accept the limitations, accept the fact that you can't one-on-one anybody in any position, and it creates the situation for you to be systematic, but systematic in such a way where you start to accept the fact, okay, we've got a triple team. A double team's not good enough. We got a triple team at the point of attack and run the zone dive. We've got to read the play side defensive line with midline triple so we can get the ball past the defensive line. And we got to toss it wide away from the defensive line so that they can't get on the ball. When you start to develop that mentality, watch how things happen. God will reward your vast humility. There is no more humble offense than the triple option because at Air Force, they don't have a choice. They have to be humble. They don't get athletic scholarship players. They get Division II kids and have to create an FBS team every single year because no kid with a Division I offer is going to Air Force. Why would you subject yourself to being owned by the government for 4+ years when you can go and you can play at Wagner or Sacred Heart or St. Francis of PA, and you have all the time in the world to go and get girls and take naps and go to parties? Can't do that at Air Force. Government owns you. You're their female dog. Football is a reward at Air Force. At St. Francis of Pennsylvania, it's your job. So, if you are willing to get extremely humble, this is for you. I say this to all my clients. If a guy is very prideful, I know he's not going to run this. He's not going to run it. But when guys are extremely humble, they'll run it. And that's why a lot of my clients come from rural communities, because they're in very humble places and they're very pragmatic. And those are the types of clients I usually get. I get cowboys. I don't get suburbanites. Suburbanites don't want to run it because they're too proud. Just the way it is. Maybe you're the exception. I hope you are. But you need a great deal of humility to run this offense because if you have the mentality that you can't one-on-one anybody in any position, that's a start. And then you'll start to realize the importance of the triple team, canceling the defensive line by reading instead of blocking, and getting the ball so far outside on the toss that the defensive line can't get their hands on the ball carrier. You do those 3 things, you focus on that, watch how things start to thrive in your environment. Coaches, you want to win more games in 2023? I'm the guy to call. Pick up the phone, call me, because the Triple Option Football Academy and Triple Option Football Academy camps will show you how. And I'll see you in the next video. Talk soon.